Morning, guys. It's about 10 after 9. We're about 76 in the garage, and it is a John Kerry day, but the wind's supposed to pick up around 1. We were windy. We were really windy yesterday. As you'll see in the video, the new hinges are in, and you'll see exactly how the hood lined up. And I want to show you something that we found here in a bit. So when I get all set up, I'll turn this back on. Hey tubers, got the hinges in, and we'll show you something. So yeah, we're still adjusting it. So I'll have more here, and as we progress along on this later. Hey guys, I got my wife out here helping me. Now you can see she's holding it right at that point right there. And if we come down here, we'll see that it's 76 inches. So switch it around. And go to the same point, babe. And if you come down, you'll sit there and see that it's roughly 76 3/8. And we're going to this point right here, 76 3/8. Okay, thanks, Nance. So that tells me is that the front end is shoved this way 3/16. In other words, the radiator support, everything is shoved that way 3/16 of an inch more than it needs to be. So I'm going to have to push it back this way 3/16. So I've loosened up the radiator support bolts, as you can see. I'm going to take off the upper valence or the header panel. I'm going to take these bolts off, loosen up this fender, loosen up that fender, and move this over that way. So that's what's in store for today. Got a lot to go over here. The boat, if everybody's interested, is we've got the running gear in. See the motor with here's the prop shaft. There's the shaft support. Made the motor mounts. The whole entire inside of the hull is glassed, and the rudder stuffing box is in, the prop stuffing box is in, and everything's pretty much glassed. I got one more coat of glass to put on it, rightfully right in here, and then we'll sand it down and give it another coat. Okay, as far as shirts are concerned, I'm meeting with a graphic designer next week. Didn't hear anything back from Adrian on sending me an old shirt, but John Kerry was kind enough. He had an old shirt, and he sent it to me so we can use it to pattern. So we have an old YouTube Garage Gang shirt. Now flip it over. We see the names that were on it. Okay, the reason for the piece of tape, my wife spent a good part of a day on putting all this in Microsoft Word. So here it is. If you want your name on this run of this shirt from me, you got 2 weeks to make a comment on this video. If you want your name removed off this shirt, again, you got 2 weeks to comment on this video. I plan on running these shirts. We're going to start medium, large, extra large, and double X. We're going to, and depending upon what the people at the place where I get my shirts made is what they're going to say. But I'm thinking of doing a black and a gray, and then Kenny Street Rodder 100 and I have designed another logo, and that's why I'm meeting with my graphic arts guy, and we're going to make that one, but it's going to be a little different style and a little different thing. It's more or less a collect your buddy shirt, and I'll go over through that when we get the logo done and get the first shirt printed up, so I can explain it to you. The stickers are being printed as we speak, and when I get those, I will put an email out for that. So let's see, I covered the shirts, I covered the RC boat, and I covered the Camaro. So I'm going to have limited time working on this today, but we will get her done and move it over. If I have to take the fenders off, I'll take the fenders off. I'm not worried about this. I just want it done right. And if I got to sit there and spend all summer tweaking this body to get it right, so be it. I'll spend all summer. I'm not throwing nothing back together just to throw it back together and to get some paint on it. So that's where we're at right now. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, before I loosened everything up, I marked it in the position it is right now. Remember, I got to go over 1/16 of an inch that way. That's 1/8 inch wide tape. So if I'm pretty well close to moving it, I'll be able to tell, and we can go from there. So that's where we're at. Now we're going to disassemble this thing. When I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, as you look at it, you see I moved it over just about 1/8 of an inch. Everything's loose. As you can see, the core radiator support's loose. Everything's loose, but I want to get my full 3/16. So I'm going to tinker with it a little bit more, but I got to stop for right now. I got a few other things I have to take care of around the house. This is all the time I'm allotted to play with this today, and we'll upload this video, and then if I do anything else, I'll turn the camera back on. But yeah, about 1/8 it looks like, if we were looking at it. Let's see. Yeah, not even that. But everything is loose. I mean, the fenders are loose. I think I'm going to loosen here and loosen there, and the same thing on that side to get this jockey around. Pull these bolts, everything out, and sit there and see where this sits, and we'll go from there. So, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for leaving comments. When I start back up on this later on this weekend, I'll turn this back on later.